have my little helper with me this morning. This is Jefferson. Hello, I am Carla Estelle, and the other day I showed you how to use the balance scale to solve algebraic problems. Today I'm going to give you a chance to solve them. So here's our first one on the board. 2x plus 4 equals 12. So the equal sign, that's our balance beam. 2x plus 4 tells me I need 2 bags, and I already have the proper number of marbles in there, which you are going to figure out. So 2 bags on that side, plus 4 more is going to equal 12. 5, 10, 11, 12. All right, and then you bend the paper clips a little bit to make them even. There we go. So what you're going to do now is find out how many marbles are in each of those bags. And I will give you a moment. All right, I hope you noticed that there are 4 loose marbles over here with this bag. And those 4 can be taken away. But then things aren't even. So you also have to take 4 away from the other side. So doing it on paper, we have subtracted 4 loose marbles from each side. We're left with 8, and we're left with 2x. So now we see that the marbles here are in 2 bags, which means they're in 2 groups. So the loose marbles we have to put into 2 groups. And we can see that there are 4 in each bag. So let's divide by 2, take away a group, and take away a group. And in that bag, we have 4. So on paper, you're dividing by 2, dividing by 2, and x equals 4. I do believe that was one of the problems we did the other day. All right, so let's try one that's a little bit harder. All right, so for our next problem, we have 3x plus 2 is going to equal x plus 8. Notice this time it looks pretty long, and we've got x's on both sides and plain numbers on both sides. So let's see how we're going to set this up. We need 3x, and x is our unknown. That's our little bag with who knows how many marbles in them. So we need 3x on this side plus 2 loose marbles. On the other side, we need 1 bag, one of our unknown, plus 8 marbles. So, give you a minute, and what's going to be the first thing you do? Go ahead and write this down on paper and work it out on paper as well. And I hope you noticed that this 2 here that is loose on this side can be taken away. So we're going to take 2 marbles away from both sides. You have to do it to both sides to keep things even. So on paper, that's a -2 and a -2, and we now have x plus 6 equaling to 3x. So we see over here that we have got an x on this side and a 3x on this side. So we can keep things even and take away a bag from each side. So that's taking away an x, taking away an x, and now we're left with 2x equaling 6. So now we see that these 2 bags are in 2 groups, so we divide our marbles up into 2 groups. So we're dividing both sides by 2. And we see that x equals 3. All right, did you all get that answer before I did? I hope so. Let's try one more. All right, are you ready for your next problem? Here it is. Go ahead and write it down on your sheet of paper. We have 5x plus 4 equals 3x plus 10. So that means on this side we need 5 unknown bags. And here are the 5 bags with an unknown number of marbles. Plus we need 4 loose marbles. There's our 4. And that's going to be equal to 3 bags plus 10 marbles. And there's our 10. And let's see, one problem with using these little glass marbles, actually there's 2 problems. One, they're not exactly the same size and same weight, so that throws it off a little bit. 2, they are breakable, so you need to be careful with them. All right, but here we go. So looking across this, yes, it looks like a long problem, but you should be able to see the first step pretty quick. All right, did you notice there is a loose 4 and a loose 10? So let's take away that 4, that smaller number. Take away the 4 from this side. And to keep things even, we have to take away 4 from the other side. So as you write it on your paper, it's going to look like, take away 4, take away 4, and now over here we have a 5x equals 3x plus 6. Now we can see that we have these unknown bags on both sides. So we can take away 3 of these bags over here, and at the same time take away 3 bags over here to keep things even once we adjust our paper clips. So that would look like take away 3x, take away 3x, and we're left with 2x equaling 6. Now you can see you need to divide this 2 groups. So divide your loose marbles into 2 groups, and you will see that x equals 3. All right, did you get that answer also? I hope so. All right, ready to try one more? All right, well, it's time for our next problem. So write this one down. 3x plus 4 equals 8, or equals x plus 8. Give you a minute to copy that down. And I will start setting it up in the balance beam. 3x that's 3 on that side, plus 4 loose ones. On the other side, we have 1 unknown x and 8. And adjust a paper clip. All right, I bet some of you already have this figured out and done on your paper. Let's see what you did. First, you notice, I'm sure, that there were loose marbles. But you don't have to start with the loose. If you'd like to, you can start with the X. It still works the same. We can take off a bag from each side. Since we're adding and subtracting, order doesn't matter. So we're going to go ahead and start with taking away an X, leaving us with 2x plus 4 equals 8. So we have taken away a sack from each side. Now we'll take away these loose ones. So there's 4 here, so we can take away 4 from each side. Take away that 4. Take away that 4. And we're down to 2x equaling 4. And now we have 2 sacks, so they're divided into 2 groups. So let's divide our marbles into 2 groups, and we'll see that there are 2 marbles in every sack. So we divide them each by 2, and x equals 2. All right, you got that one. We have one more to do. All right, here is your last problem. 4x equals x plus 6. So write that one down on your paper. Even though we're using pretty small numbers, it still works the same no matter what size numbers you use up here. I keep the number small because I don't have that many marbles. So let's set this up. We have 4x. So we need 4 bags with an unknown number of marbles in each one. And then we need 1 bag on the other side, plus 6 more marbles. And if it doesn't go even, just your little paper clips, and you can make it even. Sort of. All right, so 4x, we notice we have loose marbles over here, but we don't have any over here, so we can't take any loose marbles away. However, we do have an x on both sides, so we can take an x away from both and it will stay even. Now, one thing to notice, when I'm taking an x away, that doesn't leave us with just the number 4. You're not taking this x away. What 4x really means is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It means having 4 x's. So if we take one away, that leaves us with 3 x's. So 4x is meaning 4 times x, or meaning having 4 little bags. And if we take one away, it leaves us with 3. And now we see that our 3, we have groups of 3, so we need to take those loose marbles and divide them up into 3 groups, which is simply dividing it up into 3, and we see that x again equals 2. All right, very good. Well, I hope you have enjoyed doing these algebraic problems using your balance scale.